Alright, here's a revised Warner Brothers Home Media Collection, part um, 5, where I show me my international Warner DVDs that I have, and also and the reason why I'm filming the last part of it, well, this is actually the second filming of that half of the collection. I filmed the rest of the collection in June, but and obviously the video was due for June, but for whatever reason, I never got to around to uploading it until now. So here are my international Warner releases, beginning with Rain. The entry list of these begins in Japan with Rain Man. Of course, the Oscar-winning Best Picture of 1988. This is a release from 1989. It's going to be, I don't know, you have to open it with both hands, I think. At least I do, anyway. And I have to open it while I have the camera down. It's got the Warner Bros. Logo in the keys. There's the label. Got the security sticker there. And essentially got the Warner embossing on the lid itself. Look at that. There's the end label. So United Artists film. Warner released a lot of United Artists films outside the United States before MGM did it, and MGM only did it after Warner took over distribution for them. So that's the Japanese. So that's the next is the only other Harry Potter movie I have. It's The Chamber of Secrets. Again, my interest in the Wizarding world has dwindled slightly, or has dwindled a little bit because, well, J.K. Rowling, who was the author of the Harry Potter books, turned out to be a transphobic putz. This is a retail tape from 2003, and this actually opens from the bottom. And there's these are interesting hardware techniques. It reminds me of mini home entertainment tapes. And this is the dubbed version of the Chamber of Secrets. Here's the tape there. It's got the end label there. There's the text down there. And it's got some printings, but I do not see a print date on them. Start my Venezuelan VHS tapes. One of them is A Bridge Too Far, and both of the Venezuelan Warner tapes I have are of United Artists films. This is a 1977, at least it's 176 minutes long, and it's in LP mode, which is why it comes on one tape. This one is a Video Rodvin tape of Rocky IV. Water was distributed by Video Rodvin in Venezuela. So this is Rocky IV. These two are among the only 3 Venezuelan tapes I have. The third one you're going to see in my Paramount VHS DVD collection video. This has the weirdest selection of previews that I've seen on a single tape. It has a preview for Mad Max, Thunderdome on there, but also it has a preview for Super Cop, which looks like a really bizarre little comedy, and I have no idea what the hell. Uh, I'm not sure that's in the same audience. And a promo for Casablanca. I have no idea why that's on there. Last but not least, my International Warner DVD. This is my main reason for refilming this. I got at least 2 of the DVDs in that set after the June cutoff date for when I was recording these videos, but not before it. So I had to redo it to make sure I keep it in check and to prevent this from getting outdated. Because obviously, parts 1 to 4 have collections that have not changed, whereas the International DVD collection definitely has, so I have to refilm it. Here's an Australian DVD of Deliverance. Australia by way of New Zealand. That's their sticker plastered over the Australian rating on the front. It isn't plastered over the rating on the back. This is one of the most important American films ever made. And on one of the most brutal, from what I hear. And this has no extras on it. Here's the disc. Now for my German contribution to the Warner DVD collection. And this is North by Northwest. Alfred Hitchcock thriller from 1959. And this DVD is from 2001. One interesting thing that I noticed about these Warner Snapper case titles from outside the United States is that if you take them out, and I'm allowed to do that here, they actually have dates printed inside the Snapper case artwork. Little things printed inside here telling you what version this is coded for, the title, the stock number, and the date that they were packed on. This was packed on January 1st, on January 19th, 2001. That's pretty interesting. Hold on. I'm trying to get these back. This back in the Snapper case, which is a bit difficult. Which is the tricky part. I succeeded. Hooray! Next I have Any Given Sunday, the special edition director's cut. This is my Greek contribution to the Universal Warner DVD collection, and the only Greek DVD I have. It's distributed over there by Audiovisual Enterprises SA. Greek. Disc has the Spanish title on it. It's got the proof of purchase tabs. Little things in there. And here is this is the bonus disc it comes in, which has the British and German ratings on it. And it has its own little pouch inside the Snapper case. Now, this out. It's marked as version neutral. Packing date was September 25th, 2000. Hold on. I found this in the Goodwill of all places one day. Here's the Dutch contribution to my Warner DVD collection, which is around midnight. Academy Award winner for 1986 for Best Original Score from Herbie Hancock. It's actually very good, jazz-oriented drama if you haven't seen it. Now, this originally came in an ebook case, but I actually decided to put it in a case that was used for, originally used for Spooky Town. I'm not sure if you remember one of the updates, but Spooky Town was a DVD that I got from the Dollar Tree that came in this case originally, but it had the it was basically a children's horror film, but the promotional material was all catered to a different audience. This one is a great musical from MGM, and these next two are my Italian contributions to the pile of DVDs I have from outside the United States. One of them is, both of these are formerly MGM films. One of them is Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. One of the great musicals that MGM produced. This is a 2000 release. Both of these releases from 2000. Here's the disc itself, which has the British and Irish ratings on it. And also the English and the French titles. Next one of the greatest films ever made in Hollywood. Though I have yet to rewatch it since the controversy. Gone with the Wind, or Via col Vento as it's called there. Winner in the Academy Award for Best Picture in 1939. Well, this caused controversy back in 2020 when it got temporarily pulled from HBO Max, and then was put back on there with a disclaimer saying, okay, we need to provide some context about how this is, this hasn't really, the sentiment of the film has not really aged all that well, is what the statement essentially says. But, it pissed off a lot of conservatives. I'm like, God, this exists on 45 years now worth of physical media. There's nothing stopping you from getting this at all. And there's the disc itself, and there's actually an intermission. Of course, it's a pretty long movie. It's 224 minutes long, and there's an intermission during the film. So obviously it's spread across two sides, and there's actually a little turnover note signal that pops up just before the intermission, asking you to flip the disc over. A little turnover graphic. And now for my Mexican Spanish Warner DVDs. One of them is The Invasion. I uploaded the anti-piracy bumpers from all three of the for all three of the anti-piracy bumpers that are on this disc in the languages that the bumpers were set in. This is a 2008 DVD release. Village Roadshow released through Warner. The other one is actually a Blu-ray, DVD, and digital copy combo pack of Storks, Cigüeñas, as it's spelled there. Bought this at a Dollar Tree of all places. This is a DVD from 20 2017. Sorry, I was struggling to read that for a minute. Here's the actual disc. Actual Blu-ray case that's in. And here's the Blu-ray and DVD, which somehow, for some reason, they still play like the US disc. The first disc anyway still plays like the US release when I put it in my player. I have to get like one of those. I have to release a player for Region 4 to get the like the Mexican stuff on that's on there. And it's got the Ultra 4K Ultra HD thing inside and the digital copy code in there. Now I'm going to try to put the slip keys back in with one hand. Now for my last but not least, UK combinations. First one is Practical Magic with Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman. There's a little witch in every woman, apparently. It's a release from 1999, so it's one of the oldest DVDs that I have, and one of the oldest I have from outside the United States, the second oldest. Behind Multiplicity, or to believe the copyright date on the back, and the oldest in general. And it comes on two sides. For some reason, they actually put the bonus features on the other side of the disc, but they're relatively short, so I have no idea why they couldn't just put them on the same side of the disc as the movie. And this one runs 100 minutes. And this movie runs 100 minutes too, so it's not a particularly long film. And there's no date on the thing there. It's getting very windy and somewhat stormy outside there when I was filming this. Next I have Ocean's 11, starring in alphabetical order George Clooney, Matt Damon, Andy Garcia, Brad Pitt, and Julia Roberts. That's Woody Allen's chick. Can't be using that. And this is a 2002 release. Yep. Got the extras there. Film Roadshow released in war, and the start of a franchise. Here's the scene index. And let's see where this was happening. Packing day was August 22nd, 2002. This was the start of a franchise, and it was a remake of the 1960 film. Oh. Sorry, I'm going to try to put it in. I'm just trying to put it back in. Let me go ahead and pause it. And the last UK DVD I have is Pleasantville. This is a release from 2012. And they actually bothered with a new master for the UK DVD, but on the 2011 US DVD of this, it just is a recycling of the it's just a recycling of the 1999 DVD of it. But in this, with the AOL Time Warner Company byline plastering the Time Warner 1 on the New Line logo. But this one, they actually bothered with a new master for this one. Actually gave it new menus and new warnings and everything. It probably helps that this was originally distributed in the UK on DVD by Entertainment and Video.